All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Simplify Your Success, Promotional Products Business Model Simplified, by Brett Heisman of Cloud Business Coaching. Today you are listening in using your computer speak system by default. If you'd prefer to join over the phone, select telephone in the audio pane and the dial-in information will be displayed. You'll have the opportunities to submit questions to Brett by typing them into the questions pane on the control panel. You may send your questions in at any time and we'll address them during the Q&A session at the end. Brett specialises in coaching, mentoring, consulting and training in the promotional industry, working with both suppliers and distributors. Prior to becoming a full-time coach, he built a successful promo business, starting out working from home, then to a leased facility, and then going on to a purpose-built building. The business incorporated a variety of departments, including sales, graphic design and production. He had in-house embroidery and screen printing with single, 4 and 12 head machines and employed up to 18 people. Brett systemised the business to create a brand that people recognised and trusted, and it was able to run without his day-to-day input. Brett supplied the biggest sporting event in the Southern Hemisphere besides the Olympics, the Australian Surf Life-Saving Titles, and was responsible for event sales merchandise, including all clothing. Brett has a Master of Business Coaching degree from the University of Wollongong and has more than 25 years industry experience. Brett focuses on the opportunity of positive change, improving operational efficiency, designing and implementing systems, planning and strategy development, and people culture development. I'll now hand you over to Brett. You there, Brett?
I didn't unmute. So thank you for the introduction, Kate. Hi to all the listeners with us today. Welcome to the Cloud Business Coaching and Training Education workshops for your industry. I'm really excited to be here and I'm ready to share with you the experience that I have generated over the last 25 years. When I was a general manager and a distributor business for 15 years, I wish I knew what I was going to share with you today. Okay, so let's get this webinar started. Specifically for your industry, the apparel, the embroidery, the printing, screen and DTG, promotional products and ad specialty. Strategy, structure and people, save your time, save your money, stop frustration. I know your industry. I have more than 25 years experience in your industry. I've worked your journey. I still walk your journey. I just have a different pair of shoes on now. And I work with both suppliers and distributors. Giving back to the industry tools designed to simplify the business. More to our logo than just a nice graphic you see here. We want to show people the opportunity of success by sharing our innovative expertise to make your business as easy as possible. Enjoying it, having commercial success with trust and fun with your people. Our commitment is to support you with education, to implement our programs, structure, frameworks and tools successfully. That's what we're here for. Why online training? We still do face-to-face, but the online is to save you time. No need to travel. Lower the investment, both time and money. Technology to be effective is here now. We're using it today. By developing this online platform, I can work with more people in the industry, giving more people the opportunity to plug into innovative expertise in their business. Our goal, share our experience to improve and simplify your business, to make your business the success that you desire. Work smarter, not harder. It reminds me when I was a distributor, I called it 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I always wanted to grow and take my business forward. People say you have to make errors to learn. You don't. We can teach you things to give you the education and simplification where you don't have to make the error. Error costs you money, costs you time, and it frustrates you. We're here to save your time, save your money, and stop frustration. Work smarter, not harder. We'll be fast today. This standard time for this training workshop presentation is 1.5 hours plus Q&A. Today will be 1 hour with Q&A, so we'll be going fast. Some parts have been removed. There might be opportunities for you to see those on another day. We may go a bit over, but we'll just see how we go. Training workshops online, the opportunity. Stay with us. The people at the end of today will receive free how-to information worksheets. At the end of today, we will show you where to go to get more help to simplify your business. I'll introduce you to tools designed to make your business as simple as possible. That's our intent. The opportunities to start looking at ways to work and think differently in your business. That's what our clients say. Stay organic or get strategic. What I'm going to show you today is strategic frameworks to help simplify and make your business better. We will create the opportunity for people in the industry to go to the next level, to go forward quicker, not following the ziggity-zag line, but go over the top with tools and frameworks, with education to implement them successfully. Research your industry, the problem to solve. Lots of great people. There are lots of great people, great printers, machine operators, graphic designers, sales and more, with lots of skill. The problem to solve when the role moves to manager or supervisor in the business. Many more hats to wear. Tasks are taken on without experience or education. Organically is how I'd call it. Doing what needs to be done next with little or no system and structure. The common question is, how do I run my business better? Skills, where do I get the skills? And I don't have the time to go to technical college or similar. Industry statistics, business failure. In the first 1 to 5 years, 75 to 95% of businesses fail. Of those that survive, over the 6 to 10 years, 95% of those that survive also fail. We want to create a different picture for your industry to improve business success. I'll show you frameworks today that could change those statistics. Solutions, we have the frameworks to fill the gaps. The choice is yours. Success, good to great, vacations and holidays, or is it all three? Success, good to great, vacations and fun. We want people to work, the people that we work with, to have both commercial success and fun on the way. Fun is good. Start to teach you now. Frameworks, I'm going to use lots of frameworks today. What is a framework? That's a word I'm going to use often. It's like the house used the framework as a structure, as a system to make things easier, a pattern to follow, put up the framework and build around it, roll it out again and again and again to make it efficient and more effective. Frameworks give a structure to make things easier. They will save you time, save you money, and stop frustrations. That's what our clients say. And only positives come from using our frameworks. This is what our platinum clients say. I question it all the time. Is anyone having a negative result from using our frameworks? No, only positives come from using them. I'm very proud of that. Frameworks, just to give you a bit of an idea of what they are: commercial success, a culture of trust and fun, communication, clear and aligned, values equals behaviours, very big and important one for business and helping everyone go forward today. Alignment to get profits, sustainability, responsibility and ownership. This is a very important one. System, workflow, efficiency, cash flow, client services, attract, convert and keep your clients. USP, unique selling position, to stand out in the crowd. I'll give you more examples about these today. Channels to market. We have more frameworks. So these are some of the highlights here. Frameworks to simplify and do the right thing in the right area at the right time in your business. Here is our logo. It's more than just a cloud. We've put a lot of time into developing it. The 5 pillars of business, and I'll give you a brief on it today because we've only got an hour. But I'll give you a bit of structure, a bit of concept about it today. So I've got to move my cursor around and keep moving it, otherwise it disappears. But let's go with it now. So we'll come back to this bottom bit here in a moment, but let's just have a look at the pillars above. So cash flow. Most people focus on cash flow in business, making money, paying bills. Whoops, where'd that cursor disappear? I'll just give myself a little bit of room here. Cash flow. Systems. Some people have systems, but the common thing I get, look, the systems aren't used a lot or they're not documented. And that's what most people do, is cash flow and systems. They don't move up, and as you move up, things get more valuable and productive. And so strategy and structure is the next 2 layers. And when you look at strategy and you put strategy, if you focus on strategy in work and the context of cash flow, you will generate revenue. And I'll show you some examples of that today. When you focus on structure and system, you get efficiency. And here's the big one. Look at this one. The big bubble, the people bubble. can be your biggest expense, but can be your best opportunity. It's just about the way you go about it and the tools you use. But let's look at people and strategy. Standards, setting standards in your business for people to follow. Standards is it's better than rules. Standards is great. And then people and responsibility. Everyone's looking for owners and managers are looking for people to take responsibility in the business. And when I talk to people in business, the staff, they go, we're looking for responsibility. We want to know what we have to do when you've got the right people. So it's a great opportunity. But I'll go through the structure now, and then we'll come back to this here. So let's just give you a bit of a, well, actually, no, we'll go through the balance chart at the bottom first. So let's look at the balance chart. And this is what most people focus on the left, the green. It's very important. You need to have it. Commercial success. But they don't focus on culture, trust, and fun. And I'm going to let you know now that everything I do looks after both commercial success and a culture of trust and fun. When you cover up culture and trust and fun, and you're not focusing on it, commercial success, you've got to drive people hard. You've got to drive the business, and it's not fun, and it's a lot of work. And on the other hand, if you covered up commercial success and focused on just culture of trust and fun, well, you'll go broke. But you need to have both, and that's what I do. Is I work with businesses to focus on both. And when you do, you have better communication, better conversations. You have a lot less. Got to get my cursor moving. You have a lot less error. Less error means less wasted time and wasted money. And therefore you get alignment in your business because people are talking better and listening to each other, and it's okay. There's a communication standard, and when you do that and you get all those things right, and you have less errors and less problems and less wasted time, well, you generate profits automatically, even without creating more sales. Just fixing up what you do now, you create profits, and that creates a sustainable business model. Sustainability, that's what it's all about. Just giving you a concept today, but I'll go through this now and just give you a bit more of an example where we'll focus on the problem and then the positive. So good systems gives you good cash flow, gives you confidence. The problem, when we're focusing on just systems and cash flow, the common theme, no system or poor system, error is costing money. Cash flow is a problem. It creates frustration. The other side, the opportunity, efficient systems that work, remove errors will give you money. Cash flow will improve, and it creates confidence. A case study, a client applying our frameworks. 35 years as a distributor in the promo industry. When we were in there working with them, when we discussed what they have now compared to what they had before we turned up, an efficient system, all using the same system. Anyone can pick up the order anywhere and work with it. But they say before cloud business coaching arrived, the comparison, each person was doing their own thing. No system and lots of wasted time. So let's move up. I just have a sip of my drink. Let's move up now and look at going upwards, strategy and structure. Good strategy with good structure gives you positive outcomes. The problem, the common theme, no strategic planning equals no profit planning. Working hard each day, being reactive what turns up in front of you. No specific task responsibility. How do I improve and get more control of my business? And the opposite, the opportunity. A good strategic plan to follow. Review to get profits. Working easier each day. Being proactive, planning your activities. Clear task allocation and responsibility. Working as a team. Improve and simplify your business model, making it easier to control. Now let's move. I'll give you a quick case study when we applied this to a business, to a frameworks. The plan. Restructure for growth. First thought by the business was employ a new person, put in a new desk, put in a new PC. The second thought, use my frameworks to roll out, reallocate tasks to people in the business. It was easy to do. It was clear with new tasks given to the current staff. Our two owner managers gave up some tasks, new staff, no new staff employed. The team was empowered with new responsibilities. And then, you know what? Both owner managers went back to 4 days a week. What would your business look like if you applied similar strategies and structure to your people? Now let's just move up to people. People who are aligned create good businesses. That's right. When you look at people who are aligned, we create great businesses. The problem, the common theme, most businesses do not have education around people. The communication is not clear. If it's not clear, it's not understood. People culture is not in a focus of most businesses, and frustration is a common event. Poor people skills cost businesses lots of time. Poor business costs lots of money. And how do you align the people? To go forward together. The opportunity, the direct opposite. A business with education about people improves relationships. Communication is clear. Communication is understood. When people culture is a focus of a good business, good conversation is a common event. And having a people culture that is aligned in a business going forward together. I'll give you a case study now around this. An account communication with people. An accounting and finance manager emailed all the clients each week. And before we turned up, it would take all day to answer the replies. After education, to write good emails, sent out the email each week and no replies. Everyone got what they needed in the email, and it saved a day each week and has done it ever since. What would your business look like if you had education on people and communication? Just have a sip of drink. Oh, that a disaster. Just excuse me for 1 second. My drink's gone over. Hold 1 sec. Sorry about that. I've just had a little bit of a disaster and my tea went everywhere, but I've got a fellow employee helping me right now as we go. But let's get this webinar moving and keep going in a forward direction. So the next, we're just about to move and we'll do that now. Moving away from the 5 pillars. So part 1, the journey framework. And let's go through that now. Where is your business in the business cycle? You will travel the journey that all businesses take. Journey framework. Emotions change along the way. Why is it you look at your business, there's times when it's exciting and fun, and there's other times where it's frustrating and it's painful. And then there's other times when it's all good again. Well, I'll show you today and you'll get more understanding around emotions and feelings that happen along in business. The journey framework, what we're doing today. Where is your business in the business cycle? Are you stuck in the journey? You will see areas for improvement. You will see what you need to focus on next. Explore the journey of business and how the emotions and feelings change along the way. So here's the framework now. I just get my mouse so I can move things a little bit better. Just moving another bit of paperwork and we'll be right back with you because my little Okay, sorry about that, back with you. Righto, the journey framework. The context is about emotions and choices. It's an acknowledgement framework. Why do we talk about acknowledgement? Because a lot of people, there's a lot of judgment around feelings and emotions, but you know what? They're there, they're real, and they happen in business. I've got to move my cursor again as to get it to happen there, get to say on the screen. But this line here at the bottom is time. It could be, there's no specific time. It could be 4 years, it could be 7 years, it could be 14 years, but it is time. There's this, these, before we see that, these red hurdles, 1, 2, 3 hurdles, and then the grey line is the line that most businesses travel along, and people travel along, and they get stuck in the hurdles, and you'll learn about that today. We look at these groups: startup, there's the build and invest, there's the fast growth, and there's the commercialise, and we'll learn more about that today. It goes away, comes back. What's changed there? I'll just take you backwards a step. The grey line is going to turn to a dotted line, and then there's going to be some more things at it. So first of all, we have the grey dotted line, as you can see, and it runs through the hurdle, and I'll explain these other things in a moment. We've got a bit of a legend going to happen up here on the left. So there's only 3 things in business. There's growth, plateau, or decline. So I like to stick my arm out when I say this and go, you know, where is your business? And there's only, and as I said, there's kind of trying to get my cursor to stay up on the screen. Growth, plateau, or decline. Decline is decline. Some people say about my business going backwards. You can't go backwards, you're going to go forwards. And if you're in decline and you keep declining, eventually the business goes. Plateau is flat line and plateau, and it can be okay as long as you're doing a little bit of improvement in business, but you need to do a bit of improvement, because if you don't do improvements, eventually plateau will turn into decline and also fade away. But some improvement will just keep and hold in plateau. Well, there's growth, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in this model, and I'll explain more as I go. The standard, as I said, the standard dotted line that people follow, and then there's the cloud line. This is the one when we work with people. So when you think about it, when you got back and you started up a business, and you had a startup situation, there was a lot of activity and things to do. So a lot of activity, but and as I said, most people follow this line and do things and slam into a hurdle or a wall. But the cloud line, what we do is when we work with people, and I've only worked with a couple of startups. Most of the people or businesses I work with have been around and working for quite a long period of time, or a few years, so you don't get this full startup situation, but it's been very effective when I have worked with those people. But things to do would be get planning for platforms and growth strategy. So when you get these flat spots, it's just doing things, and then put platforms in place, like you put scaffolding around a house, platforms getting ready for growth, and then do growth. And then do a bit of platforms and growth, then platforms, growth, platforms and growth, platforms, growth. And this is how businesses, platforms and growth, platforms. So preparing for growth strategically to take the business forward. And that's how we work with people to don't get stuck on the journey. But people don't know about this journey, and they just think you get stuck in there yourself. And we'll just give you a little bit more about it now. So when you think about it, when you got back and you started your business, now this works for managers, owners, and staff. Just have a drink now. And when you think about it back a day when you first started in the new role or started the new business, it was exciting and energizing. And then, you know, the emotions, as I say, change as we go along, but you know, it gets a bit hectic. There's a lot to be done. Didn't realize there was so much to do in setting up a business, or even in this new business that you're in, because you don't know all the things that you start, what are there until you arrive. And this is just the common theme journey I'm talking about here. We've all traveled through it in your life, whether you're in the business you are now or businesses before it. And then you keep moving forward and get concerned. So especially people who have sometimes bought a business and haven't got the right education or training, or as I said, the startup business, they get concerned. And what happens is they hit this people hit this first hurdle. And when you hit the first hurdle, it's unknown what's the other. It's unknown what's the other side of the hurdle. So it's when you don't know this model, and you get there, people start to think about, will I leave this job, or will I sell my business and go backwards? And the reason they start to feel energized and excited again, because you know what, when you go back, it's like starting again and coming through the journey, get energized and excited, and that's all they can think of. What they don't realize is wherever you go, you're just going to go through this same journey. It's going to get hectic again, it's going to get concerned again, it's going to get a bit anxious again, and you're going to hit the first hurdle. So why not, whether it's your business or you're working for someone in a business, what do you need to do to build and invest to go forward? So there's a number of investments here that need to be made. And when there's enough investments, and people don't realize when you're in this hurdle, what's out there is it's not that far in front of you. But when they do see this framework, this motivates people and gives them a choice to do different things and understand that, I can go back to the front and go right through this again, or I can go forward and go over the hurdle, or go, So, what you've got to do, get busy. There's another investments to make, and making it happen. So the people that have gone beyond this, they know what, you know who I'm talking to now. You've got busy, you've taken your biz forward, and you've made it happen. And now there's a feeling more of confidence that, I'm going to make it. Whereas before there was not confidence, am I going to make it? Or do I even want to be here? And as I said, not realizing, getting my cursor back here, you're just going to go through the same journey again wherever you go. So why not just continue to travel forward? So this is a great, so where are you? Are you at build and invest? Are you busy and making it happen, or are you further up the line? I took this to a business broker to see if he would refer me clients. And when I showed him this framework, he said, and you'll find out today about this again, all my clients are either in the first hurdle, had a business not for a long time and want to sell, or been in a third or three, been in a business for a long time and over it and want to sell. I'll tell you more about that as we go. But you know what, get busy, making it happen. You know what, happy days. So happy days, whether you, as I said, this works as an employee or owner or business people. So, that's the next bit, happy days. But then things change, and why this third hurdle is there. People go for all the investment I make. It's not an always thing, but it can happen at times if you're not aware of it. And they get there and go, I want a bit of return on investment. So the second hurdle gets more about return on investment, and it's okay to take some return on investment, where you might be making profits, might be putting some money in the bank, but some people have a tendency to spend all of it or commit too much of it at one time. And that's why this third hurdle, got to be careful that we don't do that. They might buy a car, rent a new building, buy a new bit of plant and equipment, staff member, whatever it is, but just not take too much investment at one time. Take a bit of an investment and go forward. So people are looking for that return on investment. And what's also happening here around this time is you get fast growth. And when you get fast growth organically happening, organically, not really planned, there's a tendency of people putting bums on seats and not educating people about the job. So this creates frustration where owner managers or are putting, owners or managers that is, are putting people bums on seat. Trying to get my cursor back, where are you? Putting bums on seats and not always educating or training the people when they need to, compared to the people that put the platforms in place to get ready to do this and put more platforms in place. But return on investment is the common thing. And then when you get return on investment, people are grateful and proud. And there's a definite confidence in the air. That we've made it. We're going for, we've made it. We're going to go forward. Just keep doing the right things. But there's some people, when the people that we work with, we would start talking about commercialising the business now, and commercialising and getting ready before we hit this third hurdle. But not everybody does that, and when they don't do that, and you don't do the the workflows and the policies and procedures and the roles and responsibilities, you need to commercialise your business. You need to McDonaldise your business. And if bringing this cursor back, it's playing hard to get for me. Where are you? There it is. Okay, so as we keep moving forward, and energy and emotions and feelings change, and there's a feeling of dissatisfaction can be, you know, happens in the business. Where are you in the journey? Are you at dissatisfaction, grateful and proud, return on investment, happy days, making happen? Just think about it. Where are you? In the journey now, are you still traveling forward? Because when I've shown this to people, you know, they go, "Oh, I've done this journey 3 times, Brett, before you've shown me this. Thank you. I didn't realise I was going through it. Now I understand it." And we look at to create opportunity by understanding it. Dissatisfaction is a common theme. It's not every minute of the day and that sort of thing, but it's just a common theme. And then energies change, and then as you've been around longer, especially in business, in time, dissatisfaction becomes stressful times. And it's not good when it's stressful times, but people are at this point, or at this point now, you know what I'm talking about, or you could be still traveling forward. And we will just get my cursor going again. It's really giving me a hard time today. Stressful times, and basically as people hit this next hurdle, and before they hit the hurdle, they start getting there. You know, why am I here? Why am I doing this? And hit the third hurdle, and the third hurdle is more of a feeling of why. You know, get disillusioned, and we find lots of good businesses that have been around for a good amount of time, and they're in this third hurdle, and they're disillusioned, and they don't know why they're feeling that way. And what I'm hoping to share with you today is, you know, what happens to everybody. Everybody's through this journey. You've done it with other jobs you've had before, or other businesses, and it's just a matter of understanding it now that it's there. And it's the choices. You know, as I said, this framework, it's not only about the emotions, it's about the choices, and it's about the acknowledgement of your journey, and how we change these opportunities. But disillusion, the common theme is people haven't commercialised their business. Commercialisation of the business needed to start out here, start to plan here, and build the platforms in place, the right workflows and systems to go forward and to take the business over the hurdle. When you hit the wall, people go, "Oh, I want to go backwards in business. I want to go back when it was, you know, happy days." Or you can't go backwards. You only got to go forward. You just got to work whether you want to improve things and stay in plateau, or not improve things, go in decline, or improve things and go to growth. And the energies and emotions can change, but things need to be done. And we work with lots of businesses, and I'll explain that in a minute with the next slide, to you know, to take people on a journey that's and help their energies and emotions change and become more positive. So after disillusion, what are people looking to do in their businesses is reinvest in their business, to recharge their business, and be at a place of the common energy theme emotion is satisfaction, and then happiness. You know, and you've seen those people out there, people with businesses that their happiness, and they've got multiple businesses or had a successful business for a long time. You'll find the common theme is that they've commercialised their business, they McDonaldized their business, and they just put the structures in place that need to be done. They know what it needs to do, and if they do multiple business, they do it with it. They know to do it in the next business. What also sits out here, which is not up here, is scale. It's not for everybody. You don't have to scale your business. As I said, when I say McDonald's your business, I mean systemize and process it, document it. You don't have to go out and build multiple franchises. And then scale to up here for the people who wants to go off and do multiple businesses, whether it be the same business repeated or different businesses going forward. Okay, so the next slide is journey framework solutions to go over the hurdles. The USP, unique selling position, is a good one. You can glow in the crowd. Proactive sales funnel strategies to grow your sales. Functional structure, this is a big one. Clear task, roles and responsibility. We do a lot around that. Communication, how to have better conversations and better emails with staff, customers, suppliers, and at home. We have the frameworks to make these happen easier, inclusive of templates, checklists and worksheets. Education and training to make it easier. The next step for you around the journey framework, to indicate where your business sits in the business cycle. to clarify your needs to focus on next. Where you are now, where do you want to be, what's coming next, and stay to the end of this webinar. We will send you a link to download worksheets and action sheets and how to use them. This is just a quick snippet of what the sheets look like. On the left is the action sheet, which you just follow to tell you how to use what I've just shown you. On the right will be a blank sheet, and you will get links to download today when you stay to the end. Here's an example, 2 examples. So the one on the left is someone that's been around in business for a long time, not a shorter time in the business now at the first hurdle, and they want their vision to go off right up to the top at happiness, but their first step on the way is happy days. The one on the right is a common theme framework that I see a lot, is with businesses now, people are at the 3rd hurdle, and their vision is to get out there and have a recharge, reinvest in their business, recharge their business, satisfaction, and get happiness. Frameworks, when I send these to you and you fill them in, and we'll give you the instruction how to do it, don't stick them in a drawer, hang them on the wall. Hang them somewhere near or back of a door or notice board. Where you are now, it's your journey, and it reminds you, it happens to everyone, and it reminds you where you are and where you want to go. Take away, learn, notice, share. We're not going to stop and do that today. We're going to you think about that now, what you want. If you want to type stuff into the text box, would be a good time to do that right now. But we won't be doing conversation or stopping. I'll just just think for a moment while I just get my assistant to work with me again on my table. I'll be 10 seconds. Back with you, moving on now. Three, 4, 5 key step framework. It's a foundation framework. It's not part of today. It's one of the bits we have to leave out, but a very powerful tool that what clients use and use it every day. But I'd love to show that on another day. Horizon's business model. That's the other thing that's all about today. Horizon's business model. Work on your business. Work in your business. How do I do that? I will show you how. Then you'll know. Work more effectively in less time. Too many things to do each day. What should I focus on? What should I do to grow my business? See your whole business on one page. I'll show you that today. Clone me. I can't do that, but what I can do is show you how to save your time and use your time better, and I'll do that today. Organic or strategic? Showing your model today, which is all about going strategic. Before I show you the model, how would you describe your business? Horizon's business model breaks your business up into 4 areas. We colour each area in red, green, black, or blue. The red, the expenses. Green, cash flow, the incoming. For a lot of people, this is their business model. They have expenses and they make money and they pay their bills. So expenses, make money, pay bills. They don't do any more. So the next one, what about black, strategy, profit planning? Would that be a good idea? Or even the next one, blue, future planning, build your dream team, build your dream business. Just having a sip of water. Okay, here's the Horizon business model. We'll show it to you now. Expenses, cash flow, strategy, vision. What I've just shown you, all areas are important, but also as they go higher, things are more important. But as we go higher, less people are doing them in their business. Red, admin, accounts, payroll, premises, vehicles, IT, staff. These are all costs of the business, but they're also the foundations. Like the building you are, cost is a great word to use this around this area of the business. You've got to control the costs, control the expenses. But we also say the foundations. If you took the building you're in now, if you took the foundations away, the building would fall down. And if you took the people way that do this in business, the foundations, the business would fall over. But it's just a great way to, and people don't like being told they work in the cost area, but it's a great thing. The red earth, that's where the foundations are. The green, make money soon. That's what this area is all about, making money soon. What I'll do is I'll explain these with little bits of arrows on. There's another slide, and where there's arrows, I'll go through another framework and be more detailed. But here's your typical business in our industry. Sales, artwork and purchasing. Some people will do purchasing and artwork, they might just flip that one. Production, delivery, client services. I'll explain these as we go forward. Not many people doing client service aftermarket. Marketing. Marketing, planned, make money soon. Excuse me. Timing, it's planned to make money soon. Timing, when you do the right timing and use the framework to make it happen, you've got to make it attractive when people want to open your emails. Without being planned and marketing, you're being reactive. And with it, it's planned and creative, targeted to work. A plan needs to be created. How often, what product, what service, education. Will it be education? Who will do it? What will we do? Will it be email, AdWords, Facebook, etc.? A framework to be used to give marketing email structure that makes it attractive. So people will first open it. You can just talking about emails here now. You need first open it. Next, read it. Call to action made easy. Contact you. Buy from me now. Important in all emails. Really important. A great subject line. Really important. Specifically, why should I buy? Why I open this email? For lots of people to create. I work with lots of people to create great marketing plans and create great emails, and we have great subject lines, and then we have great strategy inside as well. But they've got to start with that subject line and make a good one. Otherwise, it just disappears in people's inboxes. Training. It's training there. Without it, creates blocks in your business. With it, it creates flow in your business. Strategy to train people. We call it skill commitment, a plan to assist training goals and train people successfully. Without it, you got to push people to do it. With it, you need they pull you along. I want to do it. And also, this is important, a two-way commitment. The business is committed to train and educate people, and staff are committed to follow the plan and ask for extra education to improve, so they don't have they don't make errors and don't make mistakes. We have the tools, and we call it skill matrix. What about the training green? People go, why not in red? You got no training in red. That's because all training in any area will reduce error, will make money soon. It becomes green. It's a very important thing in your business, and it's not focused on enough. Make money soon. The green fields, to make money, grow the crops, nurture the crops. That's where we make money, the green. And as I said, this is where some people, this is it. Red and green, that's all they do, and they don't look any higher, but we'll go up higher now. The black, the profit planning. Is that a good idea? And again, with these arrows, I'll come through on the other side. Product, market, service standards, USP, this is like a flow line, unique selling proposition, channels to market, and we'll get something here right now, pricing, price packaging, predictable. Without it, your people are being reactive. With it, you're proactive. A strategy to create profits with every job. Without it, some people are hitting a calculator. They're pricing, they hit the wrong button, they lose money. In a spreadsheet, they check each time, and if they don't get it right, when they take it from the spreadsheet, they lose the money. Customer sees inconsistent people charging different prices at different times. With predictable prices, calculate one, strategically check it once, and it'll never be wrong. Spreadsheet once, strategically check it, and never be wrong. Customer sees and feels confident. Save money, save time, and it equals profits to you. I highly recommend predictable pricing, and we have many tools and templates for people to create them. Next one, client ABC classification. Without it, treat all clients the same. With it, we focus on specific clients, build depth in relationships. You know, 80/20 rule, 80% of your money comes from 20% of your clients. ABC, why have I got ABC there, no D? Because it's okay to delete Ds and send them to your competitors. Waste their time, not your time. We have strategic programs of ABC client classification. Give it to your team, set standards for A's, look for them. Set standards for B's and C's. And what equals a D, and it's okay to delete them. Work with clients and move them from B to an A, or move from a C to a B. Focus on building depth in relationships with your clients. Just having a sip of water here. Roles and responsibilities. Managers and owners want it. Staff want it. It's the big one. Without it, it causes frustration. With it, it creates alignment. We call it functional structure. Everyone wants these solutions, and we have it at Cloud. It's a key program that I implement with many of my clients, almost all of them. A system that lists all tasks in the business. It works for you in many ways for you. The right person with the right skills allocated the right task at the right time. Responsibility with ownership is key. Otherwise, you're just having words on paper. Job descriptions made easy and accurate. Also, 360 reviews covering both KPIs to measure our success of both culture and measure success of commercial, both culture and commercial. Businesses love it. Catching people do the right thing. Measure our success. Try that one, guys. Measure our success when you do a KPIs with your people. Commercialize your business, and it will also increase the value of your business. Workflow design. Simple workflow roadmaps to follow. Without them, it's hard work and takes effort. With them, it's easier and you become efficient. With improved productivity, with less errors, cash flow will improve. This will create profits. This will also increase the value of your business. And without them, without the workflows, people are asking you all the time, and it can take your energy, and it can become very draining. It can be exciting for some time, but then eventually it becomes draining. Just giving you concepts here today. Succession. People talk of exit only. No, it's more than that. It's in, it's through, and it's exit out. So in, through, and exit out. Without good strategic designing, it's reactive and a struggle. Someone comes up to you and goes, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. But with good strategy, good culture, trust each other, it can be planned and give flow to the business. Have an open conversation, setting expectations. We all may exit this business someday. Let's have a conversation that works for both of us. A planned exit, a transition for a role to others. Please train them for us. Do you want to do it over 6 weeks? Do you want to do it over 6 months? This is the opportunity of culture of trust and fun in your culture. So you have a planned flow. Black, the high view of your business. Get up high, get back over, look over the top of your business. That's the black. The blue, the future. Build your dream business, build your dream team. You know, as I said, this is things people are even less focused. It's higher up again, but there's a lot of success happening in business because people are doing this out here. Purpose. I'll just show you so you're aware of it. A concept for only for now. The people who know it's for them, they know who I'm talking about. But purpose, why I'm here, why am I here? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? An example is the Salvation Army knows what purpose is. We'll move on from that today, but it still sits there. Vision, personal. 1, your focus equals a clear direction with a plan. Without it, it's fog and no plan, unclear. With it, it's your anchor for your personal life. It's also connected to your business vision. Whether you're an owner of business or a manager in a business or working at a business, what your future is also is the anchor of what engages you when you go to work each day. It's your personal business. Where do you want to live? Where do you want to travel? Where do you want to retire? When you retire, how do you want to live your retirement? What would you need to achieve with your business, whether you're working for it or it is your business? And the vision personal is also connected to the business. They're connected. A strategic plan's needed, but in a higher context, a dream. What would your dream promo business look like to be able to provide your personal vision? Without it, it's fog and unclear. With it, it's focus with a direction. Put the vision in writing. Choice. You can keep it to yourself and pull your team along and do it on your own, or you could share your vision with your team. You can walk with me, develop a tight strategic plan with a tight, simple framework, and a cloud business coaching. We have the tools and frameworks to help people do that. Communication. Clear and aligned. From frustration to satisfaction for all. We're not taught how to communicate. We're taught how to write on a piece of paper, start on the top left-hand side and write down, but not communication. When I work with people on communication, before the communication before we did not understand each other. After, I understand you. The way you process, I understand how the person's process their thoughts. Simple and easy tools people can use after one session. Outcomes for your business include how to engage people the right way that works, how to create good emails that work and saves money and time every time, how to give good feedback that's acceptable and understood in a positive way. How good is all those things? Do a strategy session with me. I'll be offered at the end of today, and we can find out more about that. Here's the next one: values. Values equals behaviours. This is all around culture. Just to give you a quick context, the Salvation Army and the Mafia have different values, and they attract like-minded people. What do they look like? You have 3 to 5 values. Why? So people can remember them. There's many examples I could give you we won't have time today because we're running a little bit late because of my spillage. But 3 to 5 values so the team can remember them. They're all behavioural values. I workshop them with people all the time, whether it's individuals or groups, and then people implement in their business, and then they employ people that have aligned values and live and breathe them every day. Facilitate with the team is a good idea, but can be done just with the owner or manager of the business. If you have a good culture, behaviours now, what you've got to do is look to capture what you have and live it. If it's not a good culture and good behaviours now, then we've got to capture what you want and then live what you want every day, change your culture, employ the people that have got your same values, create your dream team, and employ, as I said, employ people with the same values. Just having a sip of water. Standards, and I'll just come to that now. Standards, huge, powerful area of opportunity in business. Expectations is what standards about. When aligned, it's positive energy in a business, and things feel great and good. When it's not aligned, negative energy and things don't feel good. An opportunity for the business to set standards and to stick to them. When we use them, where to use them? There's many places you can use them. We can use them with customers, what we do very well. We can use them with staff. Set the standards that we can deliver to people and create great experiences. General business, what we do, what do we want people to do as a standard? The big missing piece creates great positive change in business. An example, sales to production, three days to 1 week. When people say it, 3 days to 1 week, it's all good. And some people meet it and it's great because they've got their standard. But if I don't meet it, it's frustration. And if you're changing standards every day, just changing them up and down all over the place, it's hard work and you run behind. And when you stick to the standards, it's efficient and it's easier, and you know what, you get ahead of time. You can even slip into the rush job if required, but you're going to need to stick to your standards. I'll just go to the next one. Team culture. Well, it's a focus on positive culture creates a great business. Catching people do the right thing. You know what, it's a combination of the ones I just showed you before above here now. It's communication, values, standards, all this creates a great team culture. And communication improves wherever I go, and we build positive teams with a positive culture. Just having a sip of water here. Back with you. Okay, so let's keep moving through this framework. Whoops. Okay, we want to stay here for a moment. So, okay, so build your blue, build your dream team, get the highest for you, for your business. Now, if I talked about work on and work in, so when you have a look at this framework, when you're working in the red or the green, and that's what lots of people do, you're working in your business. When you're doing black and blue, you're working on your business. So it's nearly as simple as that. But also, if you're improving the green and the red, you're also working on your business. It's as simple as that. This framework makes it easy for people always to focus on and go, how do I stand? And I'm going to tell you today, I'm looking to share this diagram with you at the end of the webinar. Okay, so I'm conscious of the time is getting close, and I'm going to go through to around 10 past, so I'll get you as many of these as I can today because I've had the spillage, sorry about that. But I'll offer you strategy sessions to people that want it, and we'll do that at the end to give you more on what we have here today. Okay, so let's go through this. This framework's all about increasing your, so this is focusing on specific things in the flow to increase your revenue. That's what it's about. So let's get first vision personal, vision business. Why? Focus, a clear direction, a path. Just giving you a concept of that today. Product selection. We could talk about this two different ways. One of it is distributors and one of it is suppliers. I'll talk about distributors first. A joint product selection. What do you want to be? Without it, you're a generalist, but with it, you're a specialist. You join APA, you go to a conference, catalogs 12, 18 inches high. So excited, many things to sell. Quote, different polo, quote, someone says I want to quote on 5 different polos. They don't need 5 different polos. Then they buy from 3 different suppliers, equals 3 purchase orders, 3 freight companies, 3 purchase invoices, 3 payments, website time, listing the products, accounting software, product entry, all this equals lots of time. Good product selection will save you time. 80-20, 80% of your money comes from 20% of your products. Just focus on that. And you can also create loyalty problems with your supplier. The suppliers, product selection, let's set the context there. Specific suppliers supply specific products. And sometimes they go too wide and try to supply a lot more product width, and they've only got so much money that they can invest in their stock. And the problem with that is sometimes they don't have the core products that they've once promised people, and so they have too much width and not enough depth, and then distributors ring up and lose that core product. So that can be another problem. You've got to watch. There's a lot more I could talk about this, but you know, distributors want that product, and then some they can't get it. Well, then a supplier can lose the customer. Market segment. With it, you're just working. You're working with everyone, selling to everyone. Sorry, that's without it. You're selling to everyone. With it, you're an expert. You join APA, everyone looks at customers. Every business, every shop, sporting club, very exciting. Customers everywhere. You know, and the opportunity to be proactively select your clients you want. Niche, listen to this now. Do you want to be a little fish in a big pond, or do you want to be a big fish in a little pond? Big businesses that focus on niche do very well. I can't give you examples here today because it'd be specifically targeting particular areas which we need to protect people. But when they do focus on niche and go to the effort, they're seen as the expert in product, market, and service. Give you a tip. Look at markets that buy regularly, buy large numbers of items, pay well, you know, where your great service will impress them, and then they will value your service and they will pay you more for it. It's true. It's a happening thing. Here's just a quick story around niche. My company, Old Advanced Design, distributed here on the Central Coast. We focused on sun solutions, long sleeves in the sun. I designed and manufactured the first shirt with underarm gussets. I trademarked UV Smart. I trademarked Airflow. This is in 1995. Brochures, we set up brochures specifically for sun-safe workwear. We went to trade shows, stands at civil engineering shows. Why? Because outdoor people. We were seen as the expert, and the opportunity happened that we were invited to a meeting where 15 councils at one meeting, invited to present. King G were there, Yakka were there, my company there. We all presented the solutions, and my company won the contract on the day to supply 15 councils. Focused on niche, seen as the expert. And at Cloud, I can help people do more of that sort of focus. Standards, sorry. Service standards. I'm just checking the time here, guys, 1:02. I'll show through to, on today, I'll show through to USP and channels. Why? Because product, market, service designs your UP, and then I'll look to start wrapping up so that we can finish up around 10 past or quarter past. But apologies, that had a bit of a spillage today. Okay, service standards. When you set service standards for your business, without them, it's frustration. You set them and use them, you create alignment in your business. I'll give you an example. A delivery may take 3 to 4 days, cutting it fine. If you don't make it, the client's unhappy. Set a standard that couldn't be met. You could have set a standard of 2 weeks. Listen for them. Listen. And if they don't say anything after you say it's 2 weeks and it's okay, you can deliver early and then it's happy days. Obviously, there's urgent events that need to be on, but give yourself a bit of breathing space, people. I can tell you this from my own knowledge, doing it myself in my business and helping pass the experience on to many others. Service and expectations are interlocked. The common theme: overpromise to a standard that you cannot meet, and it frustrates the clients. Set a standard you can live up to and you can deliver on, equals happy clients. Let's move forward to USP. USP, stand out. Stand out. What is it? Product selection, market segment, and service standards. That's right, the last three. You know, without it, you blend into the work, blend in, and you, a lot of times without a USP, you work on price. With it, you can glow and be proud and stand out. The example, my company, Advanced Design, even though I do this USP with many different companies and they love what I do for them. I'll give you this example. We use committed to quality, on time, before time. It was our service standard. Quality in everything. Live it, breathe it, do it every day. Every experience you have with us, you can expect 100% quality for the industry's best standards. What do I need for a USP? What you end up with is this: 3 words for your business, a sentence, a paragraph. Then we turn it, so what we end up with 3 words, then we end up with sentence, and then we end up with a paragraph which explains the 3 words very specifically, what they mean, who you are, what you want to be known for. They'll make you stand out in the crowd. You use them at your USP everywhere, on your branding, your documents, your website, your emails, your conversations. Answer the phone, sales presentations, marketing. You know, APA has a USP. Create, promote, and engage. You could use that as also until you set your own, but because that's what you do. Most of you create, you promote, and you engage. We've made it easy for it with our own program that includes education, so you implement it successfully, proven IP that works. I'll give you an example just recently of a client story. We created the USP just in time to have an opportunity with a massive size client. Within 1 month, we used that USP, and 1 month later, by using that USP both strategically in writing and in conversation, got the biggest order they've ever had in their business. So very powerful, proven IP that works. And I'll give you another example, airlines. So before I do, if I look up onto the screen now, alignment. So USP is alignment between your product, your market, and your service standards to create your USP. So give an example, let's talk about Qantas and Jetstar. You know, product selection. Well, they had to select different planes, and they did. Market, they go different planes for different markets, different market segments. So they have different planes. They aim for different markets. You know, the service standards are that Qantas you get food, and Jetstar you pay for food. But then they create the USP. They all use the USP safe. The Jetstar specifically uses low prices every day, and obviously that means Qantas's aren't. And then they got their USP. They stand out in the crowd, stand out and glow, and then they go to their channels for market to leverage and sell their product, and people sell from them. And they had some tough times over the last four years or so, but just recently created, you know, generated record profits. I'll give you channels to market, and then we'll move through to starting to wrap up. Channels to market. Leverage your relationships. Without it, it looks like scarcity. With it, new clients proactivity. With proactivity. Your supermarket. Everyone excuse me, have a sip. Everyone has one. Who has your clients already? Opportunity to apply strategy to your business, to your best customers, by referring to you proactively. To other departments internally in corporation, the opportunity, I'll give you an example internally. I had a customer who was 3M and 3M Auto, and we, you know, we gave them a great experience, gave them great service, and then we said, could you introduce, you know, that great experience we've given you, could you introduce it to us? And they invited us, you know, they introduced us to 3M Marine. We did it again, and they introduced us to 3M Australia, and then they were involved with lots of rugby companies externally, and the people they know, who trust. But we used a strategy to, you know, we do give them great service and great work, but we also had the conversation with them. And when you do give great service, great strategy for your client services, you know, that great experience we give you, could you refer us to other people that you know? And they'll go, yes. I wanted just to, I said I'd stop at the channels, but I will go on to flick through the sales, because it's such an important part, and building relationships, you know. So what's it about? Customer service, building relationships. Without relationship focus, you know, you might be focused on just price, but with relationship focus equals confidence. The big problem, the common thing I see, lots of salespeople have not had sales training or education. With good sales training equals better sales results. Simple as that. And at Clouds Business Coaching, we have a sales funnel framework designed specifically to build relationships with clients. Sales training for the promo industry gives you great experience for your customers, sales staff, and managers. We also have a sales system that improves collecting the right information at the point of sale. I like to call it not privileged for the conversation sale. Others can pick it up and not have to come back to me. It includes checklists for profit, asking the correct questions every time. Without it, you guess. It could equal error, and with it, it's correct. No error equals profit. Save time, save money, keep going forward. I'll just finish off. I'll go through this artworking one, and then we'll move away from here, because you know, again, what's this about? Artwork, purchasing, production, delivery, workflow maps, systems. Without it, it's hard. Without it, the workflow systems and maps, it's hard work. errors that cost you money and cost you time. And it creates frustration. With it, you have efficiency. You have less or no errors, means you have money, and more time equals profits. I could show you a framework when you create an error in your business and it takes 5 times the amount of original time to fix that job up. And that means there could have been 5 other jobs you did, and that would have been, those 5 jobs would have been profit. Show you on the 3, 4, 5 key step framework, but we didn't see that today. You know, and what does it do? It creates satisfaction. A system that includes workflow maps for all to read, checklists, templates, a system and a process for everyone to follow. And as I said, at Cloud Business Coaching, we specialise in improving workplace systems to reduce error, save time, and make more profits. Okay, so we'll move forward today to keep going, and I want to not go over too long. Yeah, but that's efficiency. What you need is efficiency in your workflow areas. And then aftermarket, big opportunity. I'll just say this today, talk to me in a strategy meeting if you like. But aftermarket client service, the big opportunity in business. But we haven't got time to talk about it today. And then structure, energy up, money collection, you know, train your use systems and processes to make it easy for your clients to pay you. I used to do it when I had my company in the business, and I help people do it all the time. And easy to pay, make it easy to pay. Now the reason I'm moving on now, I'm just getting my tablet ready because I'm going to flick over and draw something for you. Okay. So we're going to go to the Rosen's tick neutral cross. So you're going to see the framework you just seen. I'll change to my tablet now. This is on a tablet that I can draw on, the same Horizons business model. And I just want to give you an example of how you can use this framework. I'm going to give you one of these frameworks to download today, the people that stay at the end, and you're almost there now. But to give an example, talk strategically, talk at context, make things easy. Just get this started to do the right thing. We've got the right color pen. Okay, so think of the model. There's your business on one page. So we talk about work on, work in. Well, here's your business model. How do you focus when you look at each area of the business? And we'll go to the green first because everyone knows the green. They don't know as much about the black and the blue, but we'll go there first. And what I'm going to do with you, just moving things around so I can get the tablet closer and right. I'm going to go with this tick neutral cross. So this is the context. It was there a minute ago. The Horizons tick neutral cross. Tick, you've nailed it. It's all great. Dash, it's okay. Cross needs work. So just think 3 things. And just to give an example, if I said that too, and we looked at someone's sales and said, what's your sales? Tick, it's excellent. It's all documented. It's, you know, don't need to look there. Just getting my water. Tickets fantastic. Dash, it's okay. Cross needs work. So let's just use the example here and use dash. And then someone else said purchasing was a cross. When they looked at production, it was a dash. When they looked at delivery, they went, no, everything's good. Get that to move back. Delivery, you know, tick, it's all good. When I look at marketing, it's a bit of a dash. As I said, client services, going back over there, nobody's doing it, or not many people. After service, client service market, opportunity to proactively engage with your clients. We have a look over here. As I said, we had a dash for marketing. Then we have a cross for training, because not many people are doing it. Quite often it's a cross. And I'll go up to, for example, now roles and responsibility. A lot of people want it, but most of the time I get there and find people haven't got it, so it's a cross. Workflow design, so I've got a little bit of that, but you know, it's a dash. Succession, have you been planning it? No, I haven't. It's a cross. And then we'll just go up and give some examples around culture, because most people aren't focused on the blue, so it's a cross. This is just an example. Have they done the values of the business, behavioural values? It's a cross. Standards, so we've got a bit of standards. Not sure about that one, could be a crash. Whoops. Values, standards, could be a cross, could be a dash. Not sure. Team culture, it's a dash. We've got a bit of culture there going for us, but it's happening organically. We're not doing it strategically. So to give an example here, when you look at this, you would look at the areas and go, if you weren't generating great cash flow at the moment, the first thing I'd say to you is focus on green. Because if you focus on green, anything in green, just to do stuff at the moment, you will make money. The time to work on black is when you're profit planning and the green's running okay, and excuse me, the green's running okay, and you can then look at focus and spending your time on the blue and the black. No good doing the blue and the black if you're not doing enough green. But let's focus on the green now. When we look at the green, if we look what areas do we need to improve? Well, we wouldn't worry about ticks. We'd be looking at dashes and crosses, and we wouldn't look at ticks. Dashes are okay, so we'd probably focus on the crosses. And if we fix the crosses, move the crosses to either dashes or ticks, depending on the importance of it. So that's how strategic you use the framework. Again, tick, nailed it. Dash, it's okay. Cross needs work. And that's just a way of focusing on, and you can repeat this and do this many times in your business, and you'll know that you're focusing on the right area focusing on the right area with the right areas at the right time. And we work with people and do that all the time. I'm going to give you that as a framework to be sent to you today, and I'm just going to move through and wrap up. Sorry, I had a bit of a delay today, so I'll just Alt-Tab back out of there, back to the PowerPoint. Take away, learn, notice, share. We'll do that at the end. Just wrapping up now. So I said I'd show you how, and now you know when you're working on your business or working in your business. More success can be yours. What does it feel like without these frameworks? As you go about your day-to-day now, what would it feel like if you had some education to use these frameworks in your business? Opportunity. As at the start I said, I'd stay with us to the end, and people at the end of the day will receive how-to information worksheets. I'm going to give you that soon. At the end of the day, I will show you where to get more help, simplifying your success. Just moving my tablet over to the side because I don't need that now. Opportunity, become more successful. Education and training to implement frameworks successfully to improve and simplify your business. Get strategic with your business, introduce future planning to your business, plan for the future, plan for profit, improve and simplify your business. You've seen this framework. We're going to get you an image of that today. And the choice is yours. Simplify your success, save time every day. Can you implement these strategies on your own successfully? The choice, your solution is here. Fork in the road, it's your choice. What do you choose? Success, good to great, vacations, or is it all three? Success, good to great, vacations, and fun. Just opportunity is to start changes here today. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It takes a long time. I'll share with you what I've learned, what works and what does not work. It could be you, stuck in the journey, never had enough time, join the statistics and fail. Now you know where you are in the journey. It's up to you. Do you want to go to the next level? Now you know what it is to work on your business and to work in your business. Can you apply this to your business, or do you need a little bit more education? Now you know what strategies your competitors are using to stand out in the crowd. Do you want to apply the same strategies to your business? How do I do it? Put structure into your business, stop worrying and enjoy the journey. Stay organic or get strategic. I'm all about teaching people to get strategic. Not right for everyone. I only recommend it for those who want to improve their business or want to grow your business. The next steps. Have a 15 conversation with me. No pressure. It'll be like a friendly interrogation, a bunch of quick questions to strategically discuss your business, to see if I have the solutions that could work for you. If I feel I can help, we'll talk about how we can help you. And if I think I can't help, I'll let you know politely, point you in the right direction, let you know you need to go and see ABC, talk to him about X, Y, Z, or check this out, it may be very helpful. Cloud Business Coaching Planning Session. So it's a 15-minute conversation with me, and it'll cover this. Get clear about what what's possibilities are for you. Discover the number one thing that's stopping you from getting what you want. A 3-step action plan of what areas you should focus on first. And leave confident, excited, inspired to take your business to the next level. So at the end of the 15 minutes, either I can help you or I can't. And if I can't, I'll let you know politely and point you in the right direction. If I feel I can help you, we'll book another hour meeting, complimentary, to find out how I can help you with you. And the next step's really simple. Fill in a quick questionnaire. Go to cloudbusinesscoaching.com/session. Go to fill in the quick questionnaire. It'll take 2 to 5 minutes, and add your details. Tell me about you, your business, so I can prepare for our session. 3 questions, and we'll make that 15 minutes we work together really effective. Worksheets and actions. Attending today, you're here today and you at the end of the day, so we're all attending the journey framework. We will send you the journey framework. We'll send you the worksheet and action items and the Horizons business model. And it'll happen today. It'll happen today. We expect to send out to you today. Q&A, questions. If you have any questions, type them into the webinar box now, so we can use it now.
Okay, thanks, Brett. That was great. There don't seem to be any questions so far. So if you do have any other questions for Brett, you can send them through. And like you said,
Kate's organising.
You're right, Brett? Yep, so Brett will send...
Q&A, if there are any questions, just type into the text box and we'll answer those now. Kate, if you can come back online and read any questions that people are having, if you're seeing any at your end.
Yeah, no, I'm online now. There's no questions there. So, yeah, I think if people do have any questions, they can just contact you after the webinar.
There's my contact details. And remember, go to cloudbusinesscoaching.com/session.
Yep, and tomorrow you'll receive a follow-up email with a link to view today's recording. So I think if you're all done, Brett, we'll leave it there.
Hello, Kate.
Can you hear me, Brett? We might end it there. Thanks everyone for coming. Have a great afternoon.